To Becca's Intuitive Tarot, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Today's reading is going to be for Lily and Jack Sullivan, two missing little children from Nova Scotia, Canada, who went missing on May 2nd of 2025 from their home in Lansdowne Station. Okay, I'm going to say this reading is alleged for entertainment purposes only. It is not fact. It is my thought. It is my opinion. The fact is Lily and Jack Sullivan have been missing since May 2nd of 2025 from their home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, Canada. Today I'm going to be looking at Malaya Brooks Murray, their mother's energy, and how she is currently feeling in regards to the disappearance of her children at this moment in time. How is Malaya Brooks Murray currently feeling about the disappearance of her children? Okay, we have the Two of Cups that came out. How is Malaya Brooks Murray currently feeling? The Two of Cups. That talks about a soulmate energy, a soulmate connection. See, crossing Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is in her challenge position, okay? In the upright. More out. How's Malaya Brooks Murray currently feeling at this current moment in time? The World. Got a lot of... okay. Her advice here is to bring this cycle to completion, okay? But so far we have the Two of Cups. The Queen of Swords is in her challenge position. This speaks about someone speaking truth, okay? When the Queen of Swords is in the upright, it is someone who is speaking truth. And they're coming from an unbiased point of view, okay? This does come off as... the Queen of Swords can come off as a kind of a cold energy, all right? It's an energy who is wise from life experiences, okay? The Queen of Swords can also represent a person who is either divorced, has gone through a divorce, or gone through a separation, okay? And again, they are very wise, okay, about life, all right? But this seems to be in her challenge position. And again, it could be that she seems to be coming off cold, all right? Non-emotional. And again, that's in her challenge position. With the Two of Cups here, I'm going to tell you what each card says, all right? It says mutual love, partnership, balance. This is a new love affair. You will be in sync with one another. Two people finally come together after a long flirtation. A broken relationship is healed through forgiveness. Connections are made in business. The start of a new relationship that will have a dramatic effect on your life. Equality, mutual attraction, and choice. Okay? And twos represent choices, okay? The challenge position. So this is about a choice she made, okay? And that choice was to be, this card says prude, fair, unbiased judgment, okay? An emotionally balanced woman, she is wise from life's experiences, can find humor in most situations, no matter how bad. There has been a lot of conflict and sorrow in her life. Extremely intelligent, analytical mind, logical, with a great deal of common sense. Natural leadership abilities. Will be honest and direct with you. Single mom. Okay, so again, that's in her challenge position. And the Queen of Swords energy can come off as a very cold type of energy. Her advice position is the World, okay? It says accomplishment, celebration. You will enter a period of great happiness and positive events. The pieces fall into place. Goals are achieved. Unexpected sum of money comes your way. Travel or vacation. Possible change of residence or job. Sense of fulfillment and inner peace from helping the less fortunate. Whatever you give will be returned to you many times over. And it talks about completion, integration, reward, harmony, fulfillment. Okay? With the Chariot in reverse, okay? And then it says, success through underhanded means, ruthless in dealing with others, exploits others for own advancement, wins by intimidation, obsessed with money and power, no concern for others' feelings and needs. Misfortune, defeat, restlessness, a strong desire to change one's life. Opposition, lack of direction. Okay? Clarify, who is this Queen of Swords? So this King of Pentacles, okay? Energy, all right? It says security. So feeling a sense of security, okay? Abundance, wealthy person. Indicates a man over 40. It doesn't have to be over 40, but, or a man, but A deal maker and a risk taker. Smooth talker. Sophisticated and successful. Gives generously. Devoted to civic, religious, or oh my goodness gracious. Philanthropy. We'll just say that. Activities, okay? Affectionate. Hardworking. Chases the trappings of success, including expensive cars, a nice home, toys, and nice clothes. Discipline. Okay. But this is in the challenge position. So this could be representing Daniel, because another word for the King of Pentacles is also like a kingpin, okay? Clarify the world. Why is this in her advice? Lovers in reverse. That's her advice. She needs to detach. And she needs to, it says, detachment, trust issues, inability to make a decision. A bad choice is made. Friends move on and abandon you. Fighting and communication breakdown lead to infidelity and separation. Possible divorce. A moral lapse involving temptation, indiscretion, and infidelity. Interference of in-laws. The need to heal a relationship. Conflict. Imbalance, disharmony. So her advice right now would be to shut down what Janie, Darren, and Daniel are saying. That's what her advice would be right now. That's exactly what this means. Because she hasn't made the choice with the Lovers in reverse. She hasn't made that decision yet. Okay. Clarify the Two of Cups. Why is this here? For how is Malaya currently feeling? The Two of Cups talks about a soulmate connection, okay? So that could be a soulmate connection to her children, to a family member, to a friend, to a romantic interest. We all have soulmates. Not all of them are romantic. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, it says financial failure or loss. Be warned that wealth can bring a whole new set of problems. Avoid high-risk projects. They will fail. Theft, financial loss, gambling losses. Do not take shortcuts. Avoid temporary fixes to your financial problems. Think long-term. Save money. Invest in low-risk ventures. Not getting along with family. And again, this is withholding some sort of knowledge as well. The Ten of Pentacles can represent a passing down of knowledge, okay? Of information. Helpful information, all right? Her advice is, her challenge is she's acting cold, okay? That's the challenge, okay? And again, she may have taken advice from, again, either you get the King or Queen of Swords coming out there with that unbiased. So again, it could have been advice from an attorney not to speak. Okay, it certainly wasn't the RCMP. Okay. They tell you to watch out for it, but they don't tell you not to advocate for your children, okay, that are missing. They don't ever tell you that. So she doesn't like that she's being connected with, that's what I'm feeling, is she doesn't like that she's being connected with Daniel Martel's supposed substance addiction, okay? That's what's coming out strongly here. She doesn't like that she's being linked to it. And her advice would be come out or have someone come out and speak on her behalf. Tell her side of the story. That's her advice. Set the record straight. But right now, she's feeling lack of direction with the Chariot in reverse. Clarify Chariot in reverse. What is this lack of direction for Malaya in regards to the disappearance of her children, Lily and Jack Sullivan, and how she's currently feeling at this current moment in time? She doesn't have the strength to come forward. She does not have the inner strength to come forward and speak publicly like on the World Wide Web with strength in reverse. There's too much lack of direction. She's not able to predict. I think she's, as much as she says she's not, she may not be watching, she's definitely watching what's going on online. Okay, what's being said about her and what's being said about Daniel and Darren and all those things. She's afraid of being manipulative because both of these cards in the reverse, this talks about strength and this talks about strength. But this is, in the upright, it's controlling energy. You see light and dark energy. You see the light, and you see the dark, right? And when it's in the upright, it's being able to control that energy in a positive way and steer it in the direction that you want it to go. Not one energy is stronger than the other. It's equally aligned, right? But when it's in the reverse, it talks about being controlled rather than controlling the energy. And with strength in reverse, that speaks of someone who is highly manipulative as well. So right now, she either feels like she's being forced or being manipulated into doing something she doesn't want to do. She feels like she's being controlled by circumstances. And I'll tell you what strength card in reverse says, okay? It says, you are tempted to abuse power and take immoral actions. You are your own worst enemy. You have a weak character. And I'm not saying Malaya has a weak character. I'm just telling you what the card says. And pessimistic attitude. Lack of courage causes lost opportunities. Personalities flaws cause disaster in both love and business. Angry outbursts and lost composure compromises your reputation. Beware of a selfish woman. And it says weakness, vulnerability, and self-doubt. Yeah, that's the truth. She doesn't have the courage and strength to come forward. The Ace of Swords for me is the truth card in any tarot deck, okay? When the Ace of Swords comes out in the upright, it's 100% truth. So again, she doesn't have the strength, the inner strength right now to come forward. And speak the truth. But again, there's this strong sense of her feeling like she's been being manipulated and controlled. Again, that could be due to Darren. I don't know who else is behind the scenes. You know, the people that I know that are out speaking would be Logan, Danielle, Martel, Darren. And if Darren's talking to Malaya's family, which I believe Malaya's family should put that to a stop, like, now. Okay? Because in my opinion, Darren's abusing Malaya. Okay? Based on how he told Malaya's sister to stop talking and to shut her mouth. That's abuse. Why is it okay for Daniel to come out and speak what he wants to say, but it's not okay for someone who was actually there to come out and speak what she had perceived? And she was actually there. So this is giving me a sense of that either, and even based on other things that Darren has said in the past, okay, that Darren is very misogynistic, okay? He can come off as this, oh, this seems like he is... There's something not... There's some underlying... ways of thinking with Darren. Like, a woman's place should be a woman's place. You know, a man should be able to speak up over a woman. Absolutely not. So again, misogyny, okay? But again, she doesn't like being tied to Daniel in this, because again, that's what the King of Pentacles can represent, is like a kingpin type of energy. As you can see the gold chain. Daniel always wears a gold chain, right? Or he wears some type of necklace. That's just what it's reminding me of. Even like with the foot up on the, you see the foot up on the stone there, like that reminds me of him standing next to the four-wheeler with his foot up on the four-wheeler, if you've ever seen that image. Clarify this Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Why is this here in the challenge position for Malaya? Yeah, that's the truth. With the Ace of Swords. So, this is representing Daniel. And when that flew out, I was thinking that is Daniel in some sort of DRUGS's business? Like, is he doing some... Has he sold or distributed DRUGs or substances, whether it be now or in the past? And the Truth card came up. I'm going to say that's alleged. Okay, it's my thought, it's my opinion. All right. But yeah, she doesn't like being tied to Daniel and this, his DRUG, his substance abuse, okay? Oh, we have walking away. Abandonment, escapism, disappointment, dissatisfaction. She was tired of the current situation. Leave your current relationship or job. Indicates travel or relocation. Look elsewhere for happiness. Make dramatic changes in your life. Carry through with plans. See, I want to pull from a different deck. There she is in the Hangman energy. She has a huge inner battle that she's dealing with right now. It says you're preoccupied. She's preoccupied with an internal battle. She has inability to make sense of the problems due to lack of insight. Okay, so that says something there. Okay, with lack of insight. And then she has the pressure from society and others is overwhelming her. But on this card, it does say may represent a favorable legal decision. So again, with those cards coming out, I think all she knew to do was walk away. Again, she's feeling like she's being controlled. Like she's being manipulated. She's feeling the pressure from society. Okay, about the disappearance of her children. That's my one card. Let's see. What does Malaya know about the disappearance of Lily and Jack? Let me bring out truthful information. What does Malaya Brooks Murray know about? What does Malaya Brooks Murray know about where her children, Lily and Jack Sullivan, are? Where their physical bodies are currently located. That's Jack's card. Okay. Dismemberment. And the desert card. Flew over the home card. Ten of Pentacles represents home. And again, this is Jack's card. Okay. And again, why that's Jack's card is because I have another card, another crime Jack deck that has a snake on it, and it's the desert card. And anyways, the card says in my other deck, which always comes out to represent Jack, is it's called Just Desserts, okay? And someone's going to receive punishment equivalent to the crime that was committed. And it also means you're dealing with a deceitful, treacherous, dishonest person around the home with dismemberment. Okay, the couple card, I do believe, represents Belinda Gray, the biological grandmother. And that's her in her advice position. But I'll clarify. What does Malaya Brooks Murray know about where her children, Lily and Jack Sullivan's physical bodies are at this current moment in time? Natural disaster. Okay, so that looks like a flood zone. Something with flooding and smoke. Natural disaster. So a place that may have flooded, or again, was hit by some sort of natural disaster, which could be a hurricane, or even though I do have a hurricane card in here, I don't know if it, no, I have a windswept region in this card, in this deck. Clarify this couple card. Why is this couple card here for Malaya and her knowing what she knows about where her children, Lily and Jack Sullivan's physical bodies are? Loss. Debt. Clarify dismemberment in the challenge position. Healing. So she's trying to heal and it's very hard for her. Clarify the desert card. Jack's card. That's a lot of cards that just flipped out. Again, we have crime of passion. Okay, so she knows a crime was committed. Again, we have assassination, tunnel. These are the cards that flew out. Life insurance, tunnel, homicide, assassination. Clarify natural disaster for Malaya Brooks Murray. Cleanup. There was some sort of cleanup, you guys. That flew over crime of passion and healing. And yes, it wasn't, you know, I don't have the familicide and all those different cards in this deck, okay? It's, you know, crime of passion, okay? Again, with some sort of cleanup. Well, this is telling you there was a crime committed, okay? And she knows it. Clarify natural disaster. Drugs and poison. Oh my goodness. Drugs and poison crossing crime of passion with cleanup. What happened with this drugs and poison to Lily and Jack Sullivan? What happened with this surveillance? What happened with this drugs and poison to Lily and Jack Sullivan? A liar. Cover up. Boat. What happened with this drugs and poison? Egotism. Give me more. Homicide. By a caregiver. Okay. So if we break these cards down, CPS could have definitely have known with surveillance here that Daniel Martel was, that there was substances involved, okay, with surveillance. Because why would CPS be wanting to come to the house? Okay, some sort of abuse and neglect, right? Okay. Then we have a lie. And then we had cover up. Okay. So that's spreading the story about what Darren and Daniel are spreading and Janie is spreading, right? Trying to cover up the story about this supposed drugs and poison. With the boat card again, and egotism. Okay. And again, the boat card represents, it could represent a literal boat, okay? But I read the boat card as like the boat card from tarot, where it's, it's known as the immigration card, okay? And you're trying to move out of a very turbulent time, okay, into a calmer time, okay? So because of this cover up, because they tried to cover up, right? They tried to move themselves out of something that was extremely turbulent, extremely stressful, okay? And this usually represents being cloaked, or, and it's moving bodies is what it is, okay? Whether alive or not alive, that's what this is. It's moving bodies, okay? The Six of Swords, that's what it represents. Whether alive or not alive, okay? Because they're cloaked. They're hidden. Okay, and then we had egotism. So this was done out of fear. This was done out of someone who is working out of their ego, okay? We do have homicide, okay? I mean, I don't know exactly what the charges were. You can see this, like, all flew over by this, the crime card. Like, someone's going to receive punishment for this, okay? So I don't know in Canada how it's all labeled, okay? You know, if it was an accident and they covered up an accident, I don't know what that would be labeled as. Okay, if Lily and Jack did die accidentally, I don't know if what that would be considered in Canada. If they have the same names to the same things, okay? But we have gift here. And with gift, this is telling me that someone may have helped them, okay? So we have caregiver and family and death. Spouse and partner. So we have gift over all this egotism, all this other thing with the caregiver card. So caregiver, someone part of the family. Okay, we have death. Death can represent literal death. Okay, it can also represent a transformation. Okay, with spouse and partner. Okay. Things coming to an end. Okay, so the family came to an end. If we really want to dig into this and really understand what the cards mean, okay, the family came to an end. Daniel and Malaya's family came to an end. But the cards I'm also seeing here is that there's a caregiver responsible, okay, that took part in the disappearance. Family, because we're reading what this gift is. Who helped be family? Helped bring some sort of transformation. Okay, so that they could move out of those turbulent, chaotic times, okay? Spouse and partner. And that's how Malaya refers to Daniel, was as her partner. Okay. Now, as you can see, now we're going into the revenge mode about a supposed faked death. Okay. this faked sending Lily and Jack off somewhere, okay? And with legal proceedings. I do want to pull from, hang on guys, I want to pull from, I'm going to leave that there. As I can see, Daniel Martel's card's peeking out here, the celebrity card. Hidden, travel, inside. Let's see here. I just want to get my other deck, you guys. Okay. How's Malaya currently feeling about the disappearance of her children? Lily and Jack Sullivan. How's Malaya currently feeling? Teddy bear. Interested. Okay. So again, I do believe this could represent, because Daniel Martel did say that Malaya took stuffed animals for Lily and Jack and Meadow. Okay, so teddy bear. She's very interested in her children, okay? How's Malaya Brooks Murray currently feeling at this current moment in time about her children? Heartbroken. Deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair. How's Malaya Brooks Murray? She no, there's no seduction. I'm just using these cards, but it's third party. She knows there's a third party involved. Reminiscing. So she's looking at pictures, okay? Of her children. Her soulmate connection to her children. More about how Malaya is currently feeling. Okay. Soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. Talking. No, see, that came out in reverse. So she's not talking. Normally it would look like this. I would say talking, interested, awaiting messages, texts, calls, emails, talking more. She's not. This is a separation from her and her children. Sadness. She's missing her children. She's thinking about them. And she's uncertain about the future. We have tether, telepathy, intuitions, dreams, heart songs. Okay. Lost. She's feeling lost. Emptiness. Feeling invisible. She has unconditional love for her children. That's why she was cutting ties from Daniel. Moving on. And I'm not saying Malaya didn't know or doesn't know what happened to her children. I'm not saying that at all. Okay, but she does have these emotions for her children. It's not like she's trying to be heartless. Okay, it comes off as heartless to us because she's not doing anything to search for him. Okay, and I get it. There's nothing I wouldn't do to look for my children. Nothing. If I thought my children were lost and didn't know where they were, there's absolutely nothing I wouldn't do. I would take on the brunt force of social media, of all those, as long as I could get a message to my children so they could hear, you know, that they have some, you know, it just, so yeah, again, but she is heartbroken over her children, the loss of her children. And then justice just flew out. Legal matters, court visit, legal papers, divorce. Clarify this, justice. Why is this here? Mask. Hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslight, and personify. So she lied to the justice system. How about the toxic, unhealthy, poison, delusions, and nasty behaviors? Again, that's come out from day one. But thanks to Malaya's half-sister, she has brought some, and she's shed some light onto this poison and the substances, okay? Revealing the truth, confessions, shedding light. Tell me more about this illumination, revealing the truth, confessions. We have self-indulgence, self-worth and value, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Or, again, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. Pictures, and again, this card reminds me of Pictou County, okay? Then we have the dragonfly, okay? Lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. Okay, so maybe some more information is going to come to light. Again, it's about this backstab and betrayal, about Daniel and his family being sneaky, fake profiles hiding from you, behind the scenes, social media. About this betrayal, okay? Heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. Because there were other people involved, influences, others involved, third parties, intervention, manipulation. The snake, competition and enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulder. So is that referring, and then we have death. Is this referring to Janie? Daniel's mother? The other woman? Look over your shoulder? Who's the snake referring to? Passion. Insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, equally interest, burning desire. Any more? Observing. Being watched, social media, stalking, keeping an eye on you, obsessed with you. Girl with the snake. I was thinking about Logan when that card came out. And then we have the waterfall card, secrets. Keeping things inside, not opening up, illusions. Girl with the snake. Yeah, because Malaya put up boundaries. Fired up, fuming with rage, overwhelming explosion of emotions, very angry. Butterflies. Feeling complete, can't stop smiling, happiness and devotion. There's some sort of surprise coming in, but not today. There's going to be some more drama coming out. You guys may receive some text or calls from Darren. If you guys are a true crime channel, he may call in. Daniel may be in a chat. Someone may. Logan may. Haley may. Someone's going to. You guys are going to be, there's going to be some sort of conversation, okay? But there's a drama alert, okay? So pay attention to that, okay? Someone likes to bring out drama, okay? says creating problems, thirsty for attention, overreacting, drama queen. So who's the one who's thirsty for attention? Who's overreacting? Who's being the drama queen? There's some, again, jealousy. Okay, rumors, pettiness, being envious, talking behind back. Sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking. You guys need to pay attention to the signs, repeated numbers, and synchronicities. And that's another thing, okay, that I seen synchronicities too. Okay, if you look on a map, okay, of where the shopping center was or the shopping mall was, that where supposedly they were seen. If you look at the business names, you see the word Proudfoot. Okay. So that links that to the, not saying that the cases are linked. I'm saying pay attention to the synchronicities. Okay. So I think that, look up Proudfoot. Okay. That's another missing persons case. Another child's missing persons case. And then if you look at the road that is by Lansdowne Station Lake, I think that's what the name of the lake is. It says something Matheson or something Matheson West. Okay. You know of the Orson West case. Okay. And I know a lot of people who refer to the substance that supposedly was found, they refer to it as meth versus the real term, so YouTube doesn't flag their videos. But they are synchronicities, okay? So look at the Proudfoot case and look at the Orson West case. There's similarities there. Okay? Similarities. There's synchronicities. So, I'm going to pull your guys' guidance cards for you. But look at those two cases. Okay? The Orson West case. Okay? About where the shopping mall is. Okay? The shopping center is. Just pull up the map of where the shopping center is. Okay? Where they were supposedly last seen. Lily and Jack and Daniel and Malaya. Where they were caught on camera. Or seen by one of Daniel's co-workers. Okay? I'm looking for my angel deck, guys. And then look at the Proudfoots, okay? And then look at Orson West case, all right? There's similarities, there's synchronicities. You just got to be open to seeing it, okay? The universe, God is always sending us signs, all right? Whether you want to believe in what I do or don't want to believe in what I do. It's not about whether or not believing. I can tell you, I can almost tell you every single one of you has had an experience where you kept seeing something over and over and over again. That's the universe, God, trying to get your attention, okay? Trying to tell you something. We are more connected than people want to believe. Okay. All right. Guidance for my viewers and subscribers. I always pull guidance cards for my viewers and subscribers, and viewers, to give guidance for whatever may be going on in your life at this current moment in time. And you are more than welcome to apply these guidance cards to this reading. All right. Guidance for my viewers and subscribers. 15/15. There's a big break coming. So there's going to be something new released. Okay. Something's coming out with that surprise there. Okay. The big break: innovation, focus, creation, progress, momentum, mastery, achievement, and passion. An exciting opportunity, support, or extra resources are headed your way. Keep moving forward with enthusiasm and enjoy the process. True success comes from passion, and your dedication will be handsomely rewarded. Great blessings. Okay, 6666. Okay, great blessings. Self-love, boundaries, needs, positivity, wisdom, understanding, letting go, and expansion. Nurture yourself by honoring your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of what weighs you down and make space for meaningful experiences. Expand your spirit across all areas of your life. Embrace the big love, opportunities, or job that are about to enter your journey. One more guidance card. And protection. You guys are being protected at this current moment in time, okay? So if you're worried about that, you guys have protection from your angels, your guides, your ancestors, God, the universe. 444, protection. And this also talks about stability, okay? Talk about stability, okay? Transformation, courage, alignment, clarity, purpose, strength, and divine love. Prepare for the blessings you've been waiting for. They're on their way. You were born for a higher purpose. Focus your energy on your goals and trust that the universe will align the right people, opportunities, and resources to realize your dreams. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there for you. Please keep sharing Lily and Jack Sullivan's missing persons flyer with anyone and everyone until they are 100% found. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to this video. Again, please subscribe. Please do share this video with anyone and everyone because I am trying to grow this channel, okay, to help bring awareness to any missing persons case that I work on so that their faces, their flyers, their posters, and their stories may be heard by as many people as possible. All right. I truly care for every single one of you. You all have a fantastic day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.